Yeah, man. Bullshit ass iPhone call for no reason. But yeah, the Most High is doing exactly what He promised He was gonna do, man. You see, and you got these people who are out here denying the fact that the Bible is playing out right before you, man. The Bible is playing out right before your eyes, and you got people who are denying it because what? It's not meant for them to understand. If our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. And you got people who will say, "Oh, I don't believe that." Well, guess what? It don't matter if you don't believe. You're still subject to it. It's still happening right around you, even if you don't believe it. And for you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who don't believe in it, you're gonna die in your unfaithfulness, man. Let's show you. Let's show you, man. Real quick. Second Ezra 15 and verse 1, it says what? Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. The words that we speak are the words of the Almighty God Yahweh, and they are faithful and true, meaning what? Every single word in this Bible is going to come to pass. And like the Lord Yahweh Shai told us, not one jot or one tittle shall pass from this law until all be fulfilled. Everything is going to come to pass as the Most High has promised, because what? He is faithful and true. You see? So it don't matter if you don't believe, man. You see, and and the thing is, we don't care if you don't get it, because if you can't get it, it ain't meant for you to get. If you can't get it, this is not for you. Because at the end of the day, you've been given this false notion that the Bible is for all people, and that's not the case. The Bible was written and addressed to the elect of Israel, and they're the only ones who are going to understand this. They're the only ones who are going to hope for this. They're the only ones who are going to endure, you see, until all these things come to pass. You see that? So it goes on to say, verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So we don't give a fuck if you don't, if you're imagining to do harm to us or trying to plot against us. It don't matter, because at the end of the day, the Most High has promised to defend His servants, man. You see? And the incredulity goes into unbelief. So your unbelief don't phase us, man. We understand and know, according to the Most High's will, that's the lot that you've been placed in. You've been placed in the lot of an unbeliever, so you can be judged when all hell breaks loose. You see? Your unbelief don't move or shake us, man. Your unbelief doesn't cause us to not believe. Because at the end of the day, the Most High has blessed us with the gift of faith, man. You see? So it says what? Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's just what it is. All the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness. You see? So we don't give a damn if you don't get it, if you don't believe it. Because we know what's going to happen to you. You're going to be put to death. You see? Now let's go back. So we got Jeremiah 29 and read all that. So something else I wanted to get was Ezekiel 36, because at the end of the day, this is the gospel, man. For all of us who knew something was wrong with this world, but we just couldn't put our finger on it. And then when we came across the prophets, everything made sense, and we understand why we go through everything we go through as a nation. You see? This is for us, man. Because I know we all like, what the fuck is going on? Why can't we never catch a break? Why can't we just get from under the bottom? Why are we constantly oppressed? Why do we go through these things, man? And the Most High brought us to the prophets, you see? And the prophets revealed Yahweh Shai unto us, and we believed in it. And Yahweh Shai, He continues to bring us up on the level each and every day, man. And we get it. You see, now we have something to hope in, man. We hoping in the Most High's promises. Because when you go into Ezekiel 36, right? And what do I want to go to? Right, because this is the gospel, how the Most High is going to take us back to our homeland, man. You see, He's going to bring us into that glory that he's promised to bring us into. So Ezekiel 36, I might have to read all this. Let me see. Ezekiel 36, I started one. It says what? The mountains of Israel to be blessed. It says what? Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel and say, Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, because the enemy have said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are in our possession, and that's going on right now. Those people who are in the land of Israel today, those are not the Most High's people. The ones who are trying to lay claim that they are the people, the so-called Jew, they're not the Most High's people, man. And they're the ones who have the land of the Most High in their possession. You see? The ancient high places, right? It says what? Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which are you Edomites. You see, and what the Idumea do? Which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. And that lets us know who's in that land today. The Edomites, man. Those people who are over there wearing those yarmulkes, they are Edomites. They're not the Most High's people. You see? And they've taken the Most High's land in their possession with all the joy of their heart. You see? But the Most High has promised us that we're going back into that land. So what has to happen to them? They're going to be burned out of that land by way of nuclear fire. You see? When the time comes. This is why you always see them at the UN begging and pleading for the United Nations to stop Iran from getting nuclear missiles, because they know once Iran gets that capability, they're going to be nuked, man. And at the end of the day, it's all according to prophecy, because the Most High is going to clear that land out for us so we can go back into it. Because that land that's over there, that they're trying to lay claim to, the Most High has promised that land unto our fathers for an everlasting possession. So all these questions that our people had before we woke up to this truth about what our homeland was, and we all thought it was Africa. No, man. Our land is the land that the Most High promised unto our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which goes from the Nile River all the way to the Euphrates. All that land in between those two, you see, rivers, that land belongs to us. Outlined by the Mediterranean Sea, which the Most High calls the Great Sea. You see? That's our land, man. You see, right? All that in that little Arabian Peninsula, that belongs to us. And we're going to come into the fullness of it when it's all said and done, man. This is a part of the gospel, man. This is what Yahweh Shai came 2,000 years for. So we can have this understanding, so we can have hope in these last days to endure and continue to fight. Even through all the tribulation and hell we go through on a daily basis, we still have something to look forward to, man. And that's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us pushing. That's what keeps us fighting, hoping, having faith, praying to the Most High, doing these videos, going on the highways and byways, being charitable, man. You see, meditating about the kingdom of heaven, meditating about being completely righteous by being under the second covenant. All this is made possible for us through Yahweh Shai. You see? And if you can't get it, it ain't for you, man. It ain't for you. Because all we care about is the elect of Israel, which we're hoping to be a part of that number. You see? Because we're cleaving unto what the Most High has promised our fathers, man. You see? That that everlasting inheritance. And he's going to give it to us. Give it to us. He's promised. So it says what? Verse 6. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the valleys, and to the rivers, thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. How is our land borne the shame of the heathen? Because there's nothing but wickedness going on in that land right now. You see? And the Most High promised that when his people go back to the land, righteousness will be propagated from that land all throughout the earth, which we don't see happening right now, which lets us know what? That those people are not the chosen people. But what do we do? What do we see coming from that land? Wickedness, all type of idolatry. You have the biggest gay parade each and every year in the city of Tel Aviv, which was fucking deemed the gayest city on the earth a couple years ago. That wouldn't be a thing if they were the Most High's people. That wouldn't be a thing if they were the Israelites. You see? Because the true Israelites would establish the laws, statutes, and commandments in the earth according to what? According to prophecy. According to what the Most High said was going to happen. And we don't see that coming to pass. So that's how our land is bearing the shame of the heathen, man. Got all type of fucking mosque over there. Got a Catholic and Christian church. You see? All manner of wickedness, man. You see eating abominable meats over there? Come on, man. So it says what? Verse 7. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, I have lifted up mine hand. Surely the heathen that are about you shall bear their shame. And that's going to happen by way of what? That destruction coming upon that land. Because the Most High is going to purge that land with the purest cleaning agent, which is nuclear fire, man. You see? And according to prophecy, he's going to build that land up even better than he did when he first created it, man. As we're going to read in prophecy. Because that's what it's all about. This is what it's all about, man. Prophecy, man. It's all about what the Most High said. And if you're operating in any other spirit other than that, man, you ain't in the truth. You see, you're living the lie. And this is what we always say. All of you people outside of this truth, outside of the remnant of Israel, you're living a lie, man. And you're going to find out that the only thing that's going to come to pass is what the Most High has said is going to happen. Let's show you that real quick. This is Amos 3 and 7. It says what? Surely the Lord power Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. You see? And that's what we have, man. He's revealing it unto us. So we know, we understand how it's all going to play out. We know every event that's about to take place. Because the Most High is revealing unto us because we are the prophets. And it says what in verse 8? The lion have roared, who will not fear? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has spoken. Who can but prophesy? Exactly. That's all you can fucking do. The Most High has spoken everything in existence from the beginning. And so it says what? Real quick. Isaiah 46 says what? Verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. The Most High has already spoken. All you can tell the world is what the Most High is going to do. That's all you can do. All you can do is prophesy because the Most High has already laid out what's about to go on. And it's not going to be anything other than that. So the Most High has spoken. Who can but prophesy? And this is what we do. You got fucking man down here on earth thinking that everything's going to play out according to their will. Got the WEF trying to bring forth the New World Order and wicked. Man, that shit is about to fail. A kingdom of righteousness is about to be established in the earth by way of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and we are about to come into our inheritance, man. That's what's about to take place. How do we know? Because that's what the Most High has spoken. You see? And the will of man will not upset the will of the Most High. You see, you heathen you really got shit fucked up down here, man. You see? Now, going back to Jeremiah. No, Ezekiel, Slahi. Ezekiel 36, verse 7. Yep. Now, verse 8 says what? Ezekiel 36 and 8. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel. For they are at hand to come. Why? It's because the Most High promised. The Most High spoke it. It has to come to pass. We just read that the Most High was going to turn away our captivity and bring us back into the land, you see, of our fathers. That's what's about to take place. This is the gospel that we're preaching. And it's all because of who? The Lord Yahweh Shai, man. And the sacrifice that he made for us 2,000 years ago. You see? For we are at hand to come. This is why we see America collapsing, man. It's because the Most High is preparing to come and save the remnant of his people to take us home as he's promised. You see that? It goes on to say, verse 9. For behold, I am for you, and will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown. And I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it, eventually. But it begins with the elect of Israel. And the 2/3 who perish on this side, you see, and the rebels who perish in the wilderness, you're going to be reborn into the kingdom of heaven over the course of time, man. And eventually, Israelites are going to be reborn forever. You see? Going to be able to live in that land, and it's going to get to the point to where we're going to have to go off planet to inhabit these other planets that the Most High has created for us to inhabit, man. You see? Fulfilling another promise that what? Abraham's seed would be as the stars of heaven for multitude. Everything the Most High has spoken he has brought it to pass, man. And that will never change. We're just patiently waiting for everything to be fulfilled, man, and that's all you can do. You see, just like the Most High is subject to his word, we definitely down here on the earth is subject to his word. We can't do nothing about it but go along with the program, man. You see, and we know what it leads to. We're going back to our land, man. We are going to be saved from the land of our captivity, and Yahweh Shai is going to take us home eventually, man, to fulfill the Most High's word. It says what? Ezekiel 36 and 10, and I will multiply upon you all the house of Israel, even all of it, and the city shall be inhabited, and the way shall be builded. And I will multiply upon you man and beast, and they shall increase and bring fruit. And I will settle you after your old estates. And that's alluding to what? The blessings, man. That's alluding to the blessings of Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. Did not the Most High say he's going to bless the fruit of our womb? The fruit of our loins. You see, in the fruit of our cattle, and the fruit of our kind, the fruit of our sheep. That goes back to the blessings, man. You see? No, he said the fruit of our body, Salakia. But that goes into our children, which are the 2/3. And it goes on to say what? And I will settle you after your old estates, and I will do better unto you than at your beginnings. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Exactly. The Most High, he tells us in Isaiah 60 that he's going to rejuvenate. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Is it Isaiah 60 or is it 62? I think it's Isaiah 62. Let me see. Oh man, there it is. Salakia. Ezekiel 36. I gotta keep reading some more. It says, Ezekiel 36 and it says what? There it is, kind. So it says, yep, verse 11, and I will multiply you upon you, man and beast, and will increase and bring fruit, and they shall increase and bring fruit, and I will settle you after your old estates, and will do better unto you than at your beginnings, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Shemel. So I did just read that. Salakia. And that's what it's going to be, man. You see? That's exactly what it's going to be. Oh, because I'm looking for something else. That's still in Isaiah, though. If I ain't mistaken. Place of my sanctuary. There you go. Isaiah 60 and yup. Isaiah 60 and 13, it says, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree and the pine tree and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, which is the land of Israel. And I will make the place of my feet glorious, which is what? The planet Earth, man. He's going to rejuvenate the earth. You see? And he promised that he's going to make our land even more beautiful than when he made the Garden of Eden the first time, man. You see, correct? Because right now our land is desolate. That land is cursed without us over there, man. But hey, we're going back to it, and the Most High is going to make it, he's going to do better unto it than at the beginning, man. Ezekiel 36. And 12, it says what? Yea, and I will cause men to walk upon you, even my people Israel, and they shall possess thee, and thou shalt be their inheritance, and thou shalt no more henceforth bereave them of men. So that's what it is, man. We're gonna walk upon that land again because the Most High is gonna have Yahweh Shai take us back into that land when it's all said and done. This is the gospel, man. And when we're back in the land, that means what? We've been saved from captivity. When we're back in the land, that means what? We're gonna be up under that second covenant, something that we're not under right now, man. You see, and this is something to rejoice of. Yeah, we go through it in Babylon, man, and us being in the flesh, it magnifies it. You see, the hell and the tribulation we go through, but we have to keep this in mind that this ain't gonna be what it is forever, man. We are going home. We are gonna be saved from the hands and the lands of our enemies, man. It was never meant for us to be in this condition forever. And when you have the understanding of prophecy, you know the victory is already, we already had the victory through Yahweh Shai. It's a wrap. And Yahweh Shai made sure that 2,000 years ago when his blood was shed. It's over. All we have to do is continue to wait. Now, we still going to catch hell. We still going to go through it. But, hey, as Yahweh Shai promised, he didn't leave us comfortless, man. We got these words. We just got to continue to believe in it. And now, we'll get the chapter I was reading earlier that inspired this lesson, and we'll close it out. This is going to be Baruch chapter 5. Verse 5, it says what? Oh, hold up. Before I get that, let's get Lamentation real quick. And these same things are going to come out because this is what keeps driving us, man. You see, we're not going to continue to focus on, now we do take in the bitter as well, but hey, we know Jacob's trouble is coming. We go into that as well, man, but we also go into what we're looking toward, man, that goal, that vision. You see, as the scriptures tell you, Yahweh Shai was able to endure the cross because of what? The joy that was set before him. And knowing that he was going back into his glory where he had with the Most High from the beginning. That he was about to be given all power in heaven and earth. You see, because he was obedient to the Most High's will even unto death. He kept the end goal in mind, man, and we doing the same thing. You see? And the end goal is what? Us being taken out of this captivity to be brought into a state of everlasting peace, man. So Lamentation 4:21, it says what? Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked. And that's exactly what's happening with these Edomites, man. The Most High is lifting the curses up off of the remnant, and he's starting to put them upon Esau, and this is why you see his kingdom falling. So you see this man is being exposed for sex trafficking rings and sex islands and pedophiles and adrenochrome and pizza, all that. Yeah, all that. That's all prophecy, man. And then shall that wicked be revealed, the son of perdition. You see that? It's happening. Verse 22 says what? The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. All we have to do is get through the time of Jacob's trouble, and this is over, man. And Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number that Yahushua beams up into that chariot when he returns, man. You see? He says what? He will no more carry thee away into captivity, because this is what? This is our last captivity that we have to suffer, according to prophecy. That fourth beast, the Roman Empire and the revised Roman Empire, we're at the end of it. And directly, when this place goes down, what happens? The elect of Israel, you see, come into power. Come into our kingdom. And we will never go into captivity ever again, because the second covenant won't allow it, because the Most High is going to make us subject unto righteousness. Just like he subjected us unto vanity, and under that second covenant, we're going to be subject unto righteousness to be completely righteous 24/7. You see? All day, every day, we will never go off again, man. So we will never have to come up under the curses again. This is the final time for this, man. And we're being brought out of it. It goes on to say, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And this place is being visited, man, because what? It's time for Esau to be punished. Now, back in Baruch chapter 5, verse 5, is Baruch 5:1, it says, put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever. And that's what we're doing, man. You see, we're not solely focusing on the hell and tribulation that we go through. We're suffering on what? Patiently enduring and looking toward the end goal, man. The fulfillment of the mission. Coming up out of this to come into everlasting life, man. Which coming from the Most High through Yahushua. Verse 2. Cast about thee a double garment of cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from the Most High, and say they dyed them on thine head of the glory of the everlasting. For the Most High will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven. Because what? He's about to glorify us, man. Once again, these are the thoughts of peace that the Most High has toward us, and he's revealed it unto his prophets so we can reveal it unto the elect. You see? These are the thoughts of peace that the Most High has toward us. This is the expected end, for us to be brought back into glory. But as it tells us, according to prophecy, through much affliction shall we enter into the Most High, into the kingdom of the Most High. Man, let me get that real quick. I feel like I misquoted that. Acts 14:22, it says what? Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So through much tribulation, what we go through in our daily lives, what we're about to go through during the time of Jacob's trouble, is much tribulation. And that's the only way we can enter into the kingdom of the Most High, because that's how our Lord and Savior Yahushua had to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. And like Yahushua told us, the servant is not greater than his master, man. So if Yahushua suffered to inherit all things, guess what we have to do? Suffer so we can inherit all things. And it tells us that if we continue to suffer with Yahushua, he's going to what? Allow us to be partakers in his glory, being joint heirs in his kingdom, man. And if we do all things, we will enter into that glory, man. And the world is going to see it. The entire planet Earth is going to see this, man. You see? Verse 4. For thy name shall be called of the Most High forever, the peace of righteousness, and the glory of the Most High's worship. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east. And behold, thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High. Because what? The dry bones are being raised up, and the spirit of life is being breathed into them, man. And we're rejoicing. From the east to the west, north and the south, all throughout the earth, the elect, the remnant of Israel is being awakened to return back into the Most High in preparation of salvation. So the Most High can fulfill all the promises that he made unto us, man. You see? This is what's going down right around you. And it ain't meant for everybody to get, man. So don't let it discourage you. It's only been revealed unto the initiated, man. And everyone doesn't fall into that category. Oh, and it tells you that what? Gathered by the word. You see? By the word of the Holy One. And this is why we're being commanded to go out here and preach this word the way we do. As Yahweh Shah commanded that we do what? Feed his sheep, feed his lamb, feed his sheep. Instant in season and out of season, because of what? The sheep, which represents the true believers, have to be fed all year round. And then those new members of the remnant who have yet to be waking up, they're going to come across these videos. They're going to hear it. They're going to believe on it and be sealed with the Holy Spirit of truth. And they're going to start their walk with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And that's going to happen until what? Until the destruction comes. Because when all this, the servants of the Most High are sealed in their foreheads, then the destruction comes, man. According to Revelation 7. But going on. Verse 6 says what? For they departed from thee on foot, and were led away of their enemies. But the Most High bringeth them unto thee exalted with glory as the children of the kingdom. That's what it is when it's all said and done, man. Yeah, he cast us into all nations up under those curses. And we went into various slave trades all throughout the earth. But it says the Most High is bringing us back into our land exalted. We're going to go back into that land as gods, man. As kings, as priests unto the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. As his children, you see, who he promised was going to take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. That's Daniel 7. Because his counsel will stand, and he's going to do all his pleasure. It's happening, man. Whoo! Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. It goes on to say what? Verse 7. For the Most High have appointed that every high hill and the banks of long continuance should be cast down and valleys filled up, to make even the ground, that Israel may go safely in the glory of the Most High. You see? We're going to have it made in the kingdom, man. Fully tied back to the Most High. Up under the second covenant, made possible through Yahweh Shai's sacrifice. We're going to have it made, man. And you want to see how made we're going to have it? Go read Isaiah 65 to see what type of level we're going to be on with the Most High. The Most High tells you in Isaiah 65 that before we even finish praying and asking him for anything, he's going to be then granted it to us, man. Before we even finish our prayer, he's going to give it to us. That's the type of connection that we're about to have with the Most High, because he's going to be dwelling amongst us, man. We're coming back on that type of level. You see that shit at the bottom? We welcome all God's children. Come on, man. You see? Yo, whatever. So it goes on to say, man, verse 8, it says, Moreover, even the woods and every sweet-smelling tree shall overshadow Israel by the commandment of the Most High. Because it goes back into what? The Most High beautifying the land that he promised us, making it more beautiful than when he created the Garden of Eden the first time. Because that's what that land is the Garden of Eden. He's going to make it even more beautiful than the first time he created it. And it also goes into what? The earth being rejuvenated and brought back into that state of paradise that the Most High has created this place to be. Because that's the name of the earth, man. Aidan, which means paradise, man. We're coming back into that. And the thing is, he's made this paradise for our sakes, man. This is our planet. He created it for us. And he wants to give it to us, and he will give it to us according to his promise. He promised, man, he's going to do it. You see? This is what's happening. This is what's playing out in the earth. Everything that's going on and everything that will happen here in the future is all happening so the Most High can fulfill the promise of what? Fulfilling that oath that he made unto our forefather Abraham, man. You see? Fulfilling all these prophecies that he made, prophecies and promises that he made unto his people. So we see everything playing out the way it's playing out because the Most High will be found faithful and true. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. If he said it, he's going to do it. If he's spoken it, he's going to bring it to pass. That's Numbers 23 and 19. It will happen. Verse 9 says what, though? For the Most High shall lead Israel with joy in the light of his glory, and it's already begun. It's already begun. You see? It began with the elder Abba Bivens going out preaching Yahweh Shai. You see? And this thing was like a wildfire, and it hasn't stopped. And the remnant is waking up and hearing this, man. And we continue in this light. Hey, before you know it, man, Yahweh Shai is going to be overhead in that gigantic fathership, beaming up the remnant of Israel as the Most High said he was going to do. So verse 9, Baruch 5 and 9. For the Most High shall lead Israel with joy in the light of his glory, with the mercy and righteousness that cometh from him, as he is promised, as he has prophesied, man. Thus saith the Bible. So Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect, man. With that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Ikim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Babal.